No, no, he does know about ball. Jordan, that's Jordan. That's a perfect example. You just tried to like compare Larry Bird. You just tried to compare Larry Bird. I want you to understand who I'm talking about right now. Larry's a goat bird to Bryce James. We should disqualify Hamida for saying that. A majority of captains have decided. On YouTube. Hold on, chat. Before y'all start, I gotta get the Ember Lily on Grove Garden. I believe in you, Midnight. Y'all could play on this. We played a match on it, so bro, go to spectate, Chris. Go to spectate, Chris. Hope y'all know I am streaming right now. Who said 3-1v1s? Why are we doing 3-1v1s? Watch your head. Don't run, son. That. Don't run onto. Too much camping. I mean, it doesn't really matter what happens. See you auntie with that Picasso aim. 40 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember this is a determining match. There will be no camping in the last 30 seconds. They have to keep moving and stay in constant combat. Slammy spinning down. 14-point deficit, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying. With a difference of 24 points. With a difference of 24 points. The real Slime God have taken away the first 1v1. No, it's three 1v1s. Slimy up by a total of 24 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Slimy steps off with his infamous peak. He gets absolutely obliterated. We have we have Midnight using a little bit of R6 jiggle physics. Little does he know the enemy is on his right or left. And he takes one straight to the dome. Score is 10-10, ladies and gentlemen. You have Slammy pushing over. They trade, ladies and gentlemen, 14-14. They trade again, ladies and gentlemen. You have Slammy trying to hit the infamous peak again versus Midnight. Midnight does not take the bacon home today, ladies and gentlemen. Slammy has taken the cake on that one. Score is now 28-18. Slammy looks down on his left, starts sparing on Midnight, but he's missing a lot of his shots. Midnight is violating him. Slimy's hurt. Oh, what a surprising comeback. Slimy goes down for the heels. 32 to 18, ladies and gentlemen. 14-point deficit. 36 to 18, ladies and gentlemen. 18-point deficit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Midnight is back in action with a headshot kill. Score is now 40 to 28. He doesn't have too big of a gap to fill up. Score is now 40 to 38. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight is making a quick, speedy comeback. Midnight's not watching all of his angles. He's not watching his back. Ladies and gentlemen, headshot kill. There's now 12-point deficit between the two. Total of 26 points. Ladies and gentlemen, they are hiding behind crates and buildings. Midnight has a nasty angle on Slimy. Slimy is jumping over. Ladies and gentlemen, Slimy dies. Score is now 50 to 42. Who's watching my stream? I hear you watching my stream. Slimy and Hamidou are spinning on each other, but they're both master artists painting Picasso portraits of each other on the wall. Score is now 54 to 42. Slimy mag dumps and misses every single one of his shots. Somehow he just killed Midnight. Midnight lost 10 points. Score is now 64 to 32, down by 32. But Midnight just got a headshot. He is now down by 22. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight is pushing Slimy. Slimy has the quicker trigger finger. Score deficit is now 26 points. But Midnight just came back for another headshot. Midnight seems to be going for a lot of headshots. 68-52. Bro was taking the shit. Continuation of my narrating. Ooh, that looked bad for Slimy. Slimy coming back, trying his angle again on the bottom last. He gets a good kill. Score is now 72 to 56. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like they're doing circles around each other right now. Midnight missing the majority of his shots, but he gets a headshot kill. Score is now 72 to 56. Midnight and Slimy doing circles around each other. They don't have the best movement, but it's whatever. Two bombs, it's just which one is the bummiest. Slimy seems to be trying to peek, but he's low-key trash. Midnight's gonna start rotating. So is Slimy. Slimy has the high ground. And he dies. Headshot kill. Score is now 82 to 66. He needs a headshot kill. He needs a headshot kill, ladies and gentlemen, to at least close the deficit by a little bit. Slimy is running away from the bullets, but Slimy gets a headshot kill, making the score 92 to 66, which leaves us with a 26-point deficit. Ladies and gentlemen, because of the 26 this round and the 24 last round, there's a 50-point deficit, meaning Midnight has to beat Slimy by 50 points to secure a spot in the final. What are you talking about? Technically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, we have a potential trade request with Midnight also being an official player of the Black Disciples. Slimy and Midnight actually stop. Hold on. Midnight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put some faith in my other star player. But they seem to be trading a lot. I don't think Midnight understands he has to be up by 50, not has 50 with Slimy. Midnight's getting a lot of kills, though. He's increasing the gap. Current gap is 8 kills. Slimy respawned in the same spot. Midnight beams. He misses a lot of shot, but he makes it. Midnight is dominating Slammy too. With a 12-point deficit, that puts the total deficit. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, with a 16-point deficit, that puts the total deficit at 34 points. He only needs 34 more points to tie. But, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like Slammy's locking in. He's no longer the bum that he was before. He now has 12. Score is 24-12. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight just got another kill on him, though. 28-12. Slammy just went and painted a whole portrait, missed every single one of his shots. Low-key was shooting at Africa. I don't understand it. And Slammy just got slammed. Ladies and gentlemen, the current score is 32-12, making the total point deficit 20. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 32-16. Can you please turn that off? Ladies and gentlemen, the score is currently 36-16. Midnight got thrown off by whatever bum that was that played that video. However, he's right back at it, making the total point deficit 30 points. If Midnight just pays attention, he's about to get shot in the back. Good boy, Midnight. Good boy. Slammy has the high ground. He knows where Midnight is. However, it's all about who can hit the more shots and who can get it off first. Seems like if Slammy's really getting off right now, but Midnight still does it, making the total deficit 40 points. All he needs is 2 more headshot kills to secure the bag and leave himself ahead with a minimum of 50 points ahead. But ladies and gentlemen, it seems like if he got distracted, it's now only a 30-point deficit. Slammy getting a kill, making the score. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, it's 30-point deficit. Slammy and Midnight trading, making the current score 60-30. 20 more points for Midnight, and he secured the bag. I just want you guys to know, if he loses, I am going to say that the game was rigged. Most definitely on the rematch master. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. He is not losing. Midnight currently up by 48 points. Nah, there's no excuses, ladies and gentlemen. Midnight is currently up by 38 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight's not paying attention. Look behind you, Midnight. Towards your left. That way. Get that kill, Midnight. Should have backstabbed him, but it is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the total, ladies and gentlemen, according to the stream and the total point deficit, this could possibly be a tie. We're going to leave it up to Jordan to determine who won. Points. You said that we do everything based on points. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the tie, the 2 contestants have agreed to run one more. Who's that talking? Who's that talking? Or I don't know. I wasn't using a calculator. I go based on my memory. Ladies and gentlemen, they have agreed in doing a rematch, meaning that this will be the last and final round. Whoever wins this one will take home the best. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, yo, just keep on Slammy load competitive another time and see what it gives. He really is. I have to agree. It's not easy whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. We have a bum in here talking trash when he won't fight Slammy himself. We do not care. You better win this match or I'm lynching you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're waiting for availability to reconnect to the server. That way, when we have a map that's not gay, we will be able to proceed with the fun. How did the game? No one clicked it this time, I don't think. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, just that it. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, if Slammy wins by more than 30, this takes it all home. According to his math, by the way, before they say that I rigged it. I would just like to say, ladies and gentlemen, we are putting faith into both contestants. I'm absolutely unbiased. I believe that both people deserve a chance to make the fun. They're not talking about me, chat. I'm not even a contestant. I'm 15. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears like if they are already off to a rough start. Score being 4 for 4 right now. You have Slammy doing gay crouches. Oh my god, that was nasty. Score currently 8-4, Slammy up. Slammy jumping around the map. Midnight's not paying attention. He had the chance to kill him 5 times already. Slammy crouches. Raz, we need some kind of mediation. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how he's doing this. He's lining Midnight up through the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight got a kill, making it 8-8. Score is tied. If Midnight wins this, if Midnight wins this match, this is Midnight's. It's oh my god. Slammy takes the cake of headshot, 18-8. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say the only way that this match will not, like the monkey that he is, showing his true skills, but Midnight still overpowers him with a little bit of slavery and lynching. Midnight's not paying attention. He doesn't notice. He's down there. Midnight with the G36C playing like Ash right now in R6. And Midnight gets slammed, ladies and gentlemen. We still have more faith for him, though. I saw no live spike on my side, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm live streaming. Like Slimy just did, ladies and gentlemen, it's currently 32-22 Slimy. Like the monkey that he is, Slimy jumped on his back. Slimy using machine gun. Say hello to my little friend. Hasta la vista, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Slimy's still using the minigun because he has nothing better to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Slimy is currently at risk of winning. That's not what we like to see. Slimy is also currently using a pistol with a Draco on it, like the rest of his people. He's also drinking Four Locos with El Chapo. Ladies and gentlemen, they're out here doing art projects. Midnight is selling. If Slimy secures the score, ladies and gentlemen, Midnight will be the one that's winning. Midnight will be the one that's winning if we secure the score here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's at risk. One more kill before the end of the game. And if it stays like this, Midnight will have another chance at winning. Slimy's on top. Now he dropped down. Midnight hit all his shots. Headshot as well, ladies and gentlemen, making the point deficit 22 points. Ladies and gentlemen, he got the minigun kill. Godly comeback, ladies and gentlemen. He is dominating. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. However, Slimy is not able to win unless he gets a headshot. Even if he gets a headshot, it wouldn't matter now. Point deficit isn't 30. Can't be 30. Be careful, Midnight. Good trade, ladies and gentlemen. And this match will be ending, leaving the final score at 70-52. 74-52. No, he's doing the total. The total. He's doing the totals. Loss. I was about to say 280. However, ladies and gentlemen, Midnight did have a 90-point game. Ladies and gentlemen, with that point deficit there, the 34-point deficit. Wait, 24. 24, sorry. Continue. There's a... Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't do well under pressure, then give it to Chris. However, I did see Slimmy. Alright, I'm not doing this. Hold on. The finals are going to be one round, and then we've been here for too many hours. And then this one, ladies and gentlemen, can we just do a sudden death? Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. If all parties agree. Oh, no, I don't know. You did the math. You're the one declaring. I'm just the announcer. They did 4 1v1s, Jordan. They did 4 1v1s, and he's up by 24 points. They did 4 1v1s. 4 1v1s, and it's currently... If, like I said, they can do a sudden death, Jordan, if you're up to it, they can just do a sudden death right now. Sudden death. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. If they do one like that. Like right now, they have an actual 1v1. Whoever wins, they win. They go. He said we're gonna do competitive to spice it up. And a special map. Ladies and gentlemen, he's setting up his excuses early.
Do this quickly, all right?
Yo, you're not understanding, Jordan. You're saying 3 matches, but they already played 4 matches. So what they're asking is, do they do 2 more matches? Do you want them to do 3 more matches and only count the 3 that they're about to do? What? I've been narrating the whole time.
Hey, you got him!
Are you using the first 3 matches or the last 3? He said the last 3. He just said the last 3. Now he's saying first. Unclear ass, ignorant ass, nigga.
Hey, you got him!
I would just like to say the gameplay that you guys are seeing right now that's getting you guys slammed, you're never going to see in a real game. It takes too much skill.
Hey, you got him! Nice headshot. Good shot. You got his head. Nice headshot.
Yes. The black. Ladies and gentlemen, the Black Disciples have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. However, they were a close runner-up, making it up to third. No, this is the first time that my team has been eliminated. This is the first time that my team has played. Oh yeah, that was Chris's team though. I don't know what you're talking about. Chris, yeah. I like how Jordan has been getting absolutely violated by me.
Good shot. You got his head.
Nah, yo, the real thing is though. Oh my God, I just quick soap straw. He's supposed to be oh so good, and yet I'm making him look like a bum today.
Nice. What's wrong with you? Don't let him do that.
Come on, Lucky. No, it's probably gonna end up being five because if Midnight has his own team, then I'm gonna step down and try to play for Midnight.
All right, the time's come. Don't let me down.
Three people per team. Dang, Midnight, I see you. Yo, Midnight, what are you doing, son? You're just jumping into a hole.
That's how you do it?
What do I do in that situation when they just bend me over and start like blowing up my back? Who has a teammate? Midnight is dead hacking. Midnight is hacking. Straw's a bum. Come on, Slimy.
Wow, you blew his brains out. Nice.
When that's been our friendship since I met him. Like being real, him and me beef like every so often, and then we go right back to being friends, and then we go back to beefing. But it's all right though. I mean, I'll always appreciate. Bro said, at least I get bitches without harassing them. I was like, what? Ref! Okay, okay. I can't walk down the hall without having a firing squad unleash their full arsenal on me. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Wow, you blew his brains out. Nice.
I'm surprised Midnight's not about to win. Star was buttons. I don't even know how he. Very. He was like right on his behind. Nah, it was a valid crash out. I was dead acting. I was. It was a valid crash out, Slammy. I was acting like a kid. I don't blame you. Me? Yes, my PlayStation had overheated. I didn't just say that to say that. That's why I heard you say it, and I was like, yes, you know, because I play all the time in this VC, and I'm always complaining about. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I feel like 2v2 is gonna be uh, Jordan. I don't want to sound like a yeah. I don't want to sound like a baby, but like I feel like it's kind of gonna be overpowered. Like imagine Egoist and Lucky, Straw and Slammy, Midnight and Chris, and Hamadou and Call Goodman, the one that was playing today, like in his prime. Call Goodman in his prime. Me and Asian kid, because they be trying to give me bums. I'm about to float around as a team captain and the free agent. No, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I did Slammy that last match. Slammy the last match where we won, and I was on the bottom of the leaderboard, and I still had 100 and change points. That was you were when you said that you were like, well, if we're not counting subs, then you were the MVP on literally every single team. But the one that you had disconnected, Lucky had ended up being the MVP on that one. Lucky had 200 and change alone, which was more than me and my lowest teammate combined. Chris, Slimy, you heard? Yeah, just take that into account. That what's it called? That you were the MVP in every round except the one that you disconnected. No, I was real. No, because like I let Midnight know too. It was funny when this whole thing came up. I was like, I'm gonna let you know right now. In the first season, I was like, I'm buns at this game. I haven't played in years, but everything I said was true. And in the group chat too, Slam me what I said about my former standing. What I said about my former standing, that was me on PC back in the day when I could still play with my right hand. Because I'm left-handed, but I learned how to play with my right hand, and then my whole incident happened. You knew me, or no, I don't know if you knew me then. Tragic, tragic day. I could only play football with one hand, only basketball with one hand. I couldn't do nothing. Took me months to heal from that. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but if any of you guys play sports and have ever broken a bone or had an injury that puts you out for the season, huh? Me no hablo inglés. Me no hablo inglés. Said last player. ¿Qué significa last player? Yo, nah, what's it called? It was that last game, when I tell you I was genuinely trying my heart out, like I had no music playing, my door was closed, all the sound in my room was off, my fan was off. It was pure silence, other than me yelling at you. I Dad was doing a W narration. I was trying to help you with little sly comments. I was like, if only Midnight looks towards his left. 'Cause I, yeah, because I was flying over you, so I see where Slammy is and I see where you are. And I was like, if only he looks towards his left, ladies and gentlemen. If only he looks behind him while Slammy was chasing you down to backstab you. I was like, if only he looks behind him. That's crazy, where he on God and told you to shove it. No, that last match though, I was trying on my last match, bro. Like I'm kind of mad that we didn't just, but I didn't want to have anything else go on, and I kind of wanted it to stay like humble and peaceful, which is why I was like, you know what? Let's just 1v1 for the placement, because it wasn't worth all that. I'm always remember this though, chat. Just remember this though, chat. Oh, I'm gold 3 now. I'm gold 3 now. What's up, little bro? You're still on GOG. That yo, what was crazy was for our team, I was at the bottom and I had like a 160 something. You guys had 200. Hmm? What? What was 96? No, the last game I had more than 96. I have the clip. I said 118. I had 118. Yeah, yeah, I had 118 bottom for our team. You had 169, and Chris had 194. Yo, what was Molly actually spinning it now? Let me stop. Yo, Slummy, I know score. I know that you guys did like absolutely cook us a good amount of times. Well, low key, the deficit wasn't that bad in the majority of our matches. Like the first one, 379 to 378. The second one, 194 to 206. The third one, 524 to 459. And then the other ones, I guess you didn't count. Those were the bad ones. But that was from 2 days ago. All right, Midnight, since you're getting your own team, I would just like to say it was a very, very good honor playing with you for the past 2 seasons. At least, no, I had a choice. I picked you this season. I respect that. I mean, Midnight's probably never going to choose me because I'm Buns, but yo, Slimmy, would you pick me or Call Goodman? Me in my prime, aka what happened last match, or Call Goodman in his prime, what happened when he scored 179. Okay, I'm gonna add him. No, Midnight. I will say this year I picked you, or well, I said this year, this season I picked you personally before last season was over. Like I showed it to Slammy because he tried to give you to I don't even remember who exactly. Okay, Midnight. I'm not gonna lie. You would have been with Lucky if it wasn't for me. So this tournament could have ended out a lot differently. Lucky had picked you, or yeah, he gave a list of players July 3rd, and Lucky picked you at 1:43 in the morning, and they kept on talking, and then I came in at 2:30, and I was like, Midnight is already signed to me, lil bro. And I showed the screenshot from June where I said, next time we play, I want you on my team. It's all up here. Hold on. You know why? What motivated me? Can somebody guess what motivated me to name my team Black Disciples? Yeah, and no, but I'm saying what made me think of it. It was because of you always saying that somebody's moving like King Von. It made me think of his gang. I was like, wait, wasn't he part of the Black Disciples? Now we got the Black Disciples. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pass out now because I didn't sleep last night either. After yesterday, after the 20s from yesterday, I didn't go to sleep. You win some, you lose some. Hold on, look at me chat. Look at me chat. Yo, Slimmy, what's your lineup looking like for the finals? I know it's gonna be you. Hold on, Jordan. Can you say 4v4, please? Because I have a dream lineup and Slimy has the capability. Please let it be 4v4s. How we did when we first did the first 20. Yes, thank you. I have Slimy, Lucky, Ego, and Midnight. What about Egoist? What about Egoist? Oh, Slammy's not even gonna be fighting. He's just gonna sit back and chill. Goodman has weird. Okay, that's okay. Strawberry is not. I feel like Strawberry can't counter Midnight or Lucky. When we were playing just now, Strawberry had a. He was up there, but like he was kind of falling to Midnight. But I could clap you on my own. I did clap you on my own. What are we talking about here? Yeah, that he was dodging the majority of my bullets. Oh no, you should have heard me yesterday. I have a whole clip of me yelling when I first when we were first playing with that egoist kid and I saw him flying and I have a clip of me literally yelling, "Nah, I just saw him flying." Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, egoist. Because there's no way you get that high in the air on Dizzy. Now, who would be in your reserve? Who would be in your reserve? You can have up to three reserve people, son. No, usually you have three reserves. It's like one person with a specialty. So I don't go in terms of soccer, which is how this is going. I go in terms of basketball. And in basketball, a lot of tournaments that we do that are 4v4, um, we have three reserve people, one who has a specialty, and the other two are flexible in two different positions. It's either that or we'll have two that are specialized and one that's fast in two different positions. That le- that's what I was just thinking about it. Like, imagine one day we have this big day where people from mad different like transit authority communities, because you know the group over at TSO and whatnot, they all play Siege together. Imagine we were to get them on Arsenal. But I mean, I'm already working on my next project, which is for here after what you and me spoke about. Because you said that you're taking down the game, which I'm okay with, but I do want to make a replacement for line. No, yeah, I saw it so because of what we talked about. I'm not I'm not planning on. So what I want to do this time is because I feel like last time I failed, I removed you guys, Jordan, because he said the F flare and a few other things in a VC and in text message. But I removed you just because all the controversy. I couldn't do anything with the group with you in it because I was trying to get I was trying to get it unbanned, and a lot of places that trusted me, like PTA, um, WTA, TSO, APTA, all those groups what's it called? MTAOR, PASOR, MBTA, all of those groups I've worked in. So they know me. So they were like, when? What's it called? But no, when what's it called? When I was trying to get the group unbanned, a lot of those groups were like, yeah, sure. But a main requirement that they had was that you were either banned or no longer in power. And I got almost all of them to just be okay with you not having like admin perms, because that's all they wanted, you to not have any admin perms. But then they were like, then you had started coming back a little bit, and with all the controversy with Andrea and whatnot, and us having to lock chat and having arguments in the middle of chat. Yeah, that's what led to you getting banned, though, because while I know it's rage bait, which I defended you, and I would tell Andrea, she can verify, I used to be like, yo, just don't let it bother you. Like, he's joking. It's not that serious. But then I understand that you're joking in most cases. It just gets to a point, because there are times that you say stuff that genuinely just starts to piss me off, too, and I'm like, while he is joking, it's pissing me off. But I did like I'm not joking when I say that. I did defend like your name in a lot of different cases. And that was one of them. But it got too far and a lot of groups were so gung ho on we're about to blacklist SLM/RSB if you don't get him out of here. And that's what had led to you finally being banned. And then I unbanned you and brought you back into the server. What's it called? That sounds like him. I low key ruined myself within the TC taking over RSB, literally just because of the controversy that came with having Andrea hired. Bro, when I tell you it was so horrible, like, it was a draft. Yeah, you weren't done with it. What's it called? I already told you, bro. The project I want to do at Coach USA, and then either Coach USA or I'm gonna do one of those upstate transit companies. But I want to do Coach USA, a project with Coach USA, and then this. I want to at least you can leave on a good note. Facts. I know it leaves a stain on people's minds. On like, do you remember that one guy? That was a big. That's a big issue for me too, Slammy. Like I've wanted to leave the TC for a while, and at one point I was on a. So here's how it was. I've always been on a good note in the community before I took over RSB. That's why, Kenzie entrusted me to make me, what's it called? The chairman, and that's why I was the chairman. I always put acting chairman, head of crisis management, because when Kenzie brought the group, it was technically in crisis. My whole point was organizing everything, getting it back to operation. I tried my best on that, and I had so many bumps in the road and failures from the last day that Kenzie was owner to my first day being owner to my last day. I'm still owner of RSB technically. It's weird because you just made a new server for SLM, but it's like I was the last owner of SLM. You just took it back. You just took it back. So I would still consider myself, at least personally, like also being an owner. But I'm just here. I exist now, and I would like to leave the TC to be honest with you. But I feel like after everything that happened, if I leave, it's gonna leave a bad image. Like the I'm cooking, I understand that's not like entirely bad, but the fact that people have something to make fun of kind of just like annoys me. Or my issues with Tyler, where Tyler had called me retarded while we were arguing in chat. He was like, "Oh, are you a fucking retard?" And I was like, "No, because unlike you, I wasn't dropped as a kid." And he fired me and blacklisted me. Bro, she left it. That was mainly my fault. I will say the leaker. I, I will say, I a lot of the leaking stuff came from after it happened because I was willing. I tried to get Andrea to come back and the rest of them to come back, and some of them still stood on it. Others apologized, but a good amount stood on what they believed in. What you mean, no winners yet? Good, good lob, Slemmy. Good lob. Damn. I wish somebody clipped that. I was gonna clip. I was. I was gonna clip.
Oh, damn.
I was gonna clip.
We can't hear them.
I was gonna clip. Um, Midnight when he crashed out.
I don't remember what this clip was about. They hit some crazy shot or some shit.
Why are you playing Roblox Rainbow Six Siege?
It's jailbird, but I don't know. I liked it and I played it kinda, but I didn't play it much at all. Oh,
It's
that's a crazy fucking hit. Some things some guy hit on me.
it's what you said?
Some crazy clip some guy hit on me.
No, but what game is this?
Jailbird.
Jailbreak?
Jailbird.
Oh, I was about to say, what kind of jailbreak, bro? Like, does it say outside detected outside?
One, two,
Yo, Midnight.
three, four, five.
Midnight.
Five kills right there. What's the word?
When you locate, is there like a bomb that you locate?
Uh, no. It's actually yes. You stay in the room and then it has a timer that you have to be in the bottom for, in the game.
And then whenever you're on defense and they find the opponents like find where you are, does it say something like Op 4 has found the bombs?
It will have a thing go up and then start showing the progress till the bomb is fully defused. Basically, when you're defending, you gotta defend. If you kill them all, you win. And if any of the defenders, like if you're in the enemy team and the defender goes outside the building, they'll mark them the right outline. I can play a game for you and show you how it works. I used to like play it here and there. You want me to show you how what's like?
Well, I'm about to go to sleep, but I'm currently arguing with Hamadou in chat because he just tried to say how he beat you and me.
Amadou?
Yeah.
Well, who gives a shit about Amadou's opinion, dog? Damn. Alright, let's see. Two $5,000 prize two bracket can be as much teams as if there can. Yes, can make your own team, just qualify. Hamdu is cheats. Jordan threw fucking shade at Hamdu is crazy.
That's not crazy. That's a normal day.
Typos 459. Slammy. You're, I'm sticking to rivals who won. I have great news. I did not win. Did you say I did not win, like, right away or after?
I waited. It said that he started typing, and then I put not win.
33, 59, 44. You want to make it fair for, make it fair for, Slammy, Lucky, Goodman, and Midnight, and, I wish you luck with nigga. You're gonna need it. I gotta Emily pass over.
That's not how that works.
Yes, I actually gotta Emily pass my friend.
That's not how that works.
Man, fuck, dude. Jordan, can you let Frank know where his name? No worries, that's crazy. What do you mean? That's
Yo,
so fair, bro.
Jordan, bro. Even the opponent is saying let Straw play on Hamadou's team.
You left here to the finals. You got Straw, so calm down on it. So fucking fair, bro. You have Straw. Don't worry, you got to see what Hamadou. Take word while you at it. Everybody knows you guys are gonna win. You go strong, bro. You're still gonna lose, guys. So push you to the lucky.
Bro's narrating public chat.
Really defense is being hot.
Real.
What the fuck are we gonna do? No, Hammond take first. This, what are we gonna do? Edward.